Hi everyone, welcome to day one of Vlogmas. My day, as often happens, did not turn out as I expected. We actually made 2 trips into town to the orthodontist office, and we also had a rescheduled horseback riding lesson today. So I ended up driving all over the place today, so I didn't get as much time at home as I expected, but everything's good, and we got the retainer problem fixed with the orthodontist, I think. And we're ready to move on. Well, how is it going? Are you getting ready for Christmas? I'm working on it. The house is decorated, and I've got my Advent candles over here. I'll pull this over so you can see. It's our Advent candles. The holder and the greenery was my mom's, and then we bought new candles last year. I just didn't replace them this year. So we lit our Advent candle for the first week of Advent. And what else? Oh, I have a coffee Advent calendar. That's what's in these bags back here. The first one today, you should have seen video of that at the beginning, was a peanut butter coffee. It was kind of weird, but it was really good. I don't know what it is, but this is Tomorrow's Little Reindeer in the tube. I'm going to apologize now for the reflection of my glasses. I spent probably 10 or 15 minutes fiddling with the lighting and trying to get rid of the glare, and I just couldn't completely get rid of it. I may switch to contacts for some of my recording later on. Do you have an Advent project, knitting project, or some other kind of project? I did not order any kind of official Advent minis. I didn't even swap with friends, but I had a lot that I didn't use last year. So I put together ones that were left over from last year that were wrapped for me. There was a few that I had gotten in swaps that I just put in little bags. Obviously I can see what's in there, but it does give me a little something to open. But I've actually got a fair number in here that are wrapped up and have been wrapped up since last year. So I'm looking forward to that, and I need to show you the project that I'm going to be doing. It is the Winter Wonder Wrap by Sally Jane Cameron. She did the Pink Hair Girl podcast. I don't think she's been recording lately, but she is still designing. This just came out in November. It is a bias knit wrap, and it's adjustable. It's got 24 sections, so you can use an Advent mini skein set, or you can just use minis that you have, because the way it's written, you can use, if you have 20 gram minis, you can use those. But if you have 15 or 10, so she's given you ideas for how to adjust for how much you have. If you have 20 gram minis, you cast on more stitches and you'll have a little bit wider bands, I think. But if you have just 10 grams, which is, some of mine I think are a little bit more, but I think they're all at least 10. So I should be able to comfortably do the 10 gram size. So you cast on fewer stitches for that, and so obviously it'll be a little bit narrower, but it's still going to be, I'm guessing, fairly wide for a wrap. My bag fell, so I'll grab that and show you. I cast on this morning, and you work a main color in between each repeat of your mini skeins. I should say it's not repeat. It's not actually a repeat. It eventually does, but you have a different stitch pattern for each mini skein. Well, half the mini skeins. So I'll go ahead and show you where I am. Let's see. I think this is the front. So I have this main color. It's an ecru that I dyed this past year. And then my first color is a gold. And I think I may have, this is the ecru. And this is the first gold. It's looking a little greenish in this light, but it's really more of a gold. It's more yellow than it looks on the video. And it is from Mitchell's Creations. I don't think there's any more than that, but that's the sticker that was on it. Can you see that? There may actually be something else. If I find another one from, I'll show you the card. But this is going to be my Advent project, and it seems fairly reasonable for something I can keep up with, but we'll see. The nice thing is, for each section, she has written, I don't want to show it up because it's a paid pattern. It's available on Ravelry. I don't know if it's available anywhere else, but what she's done is each mini skein gets its own stitch pattern, so, or half of them do. And with each section there, she has a description of the stitch pattern. So it's not just at the beginning of the printed pattern. You actually have a description of the stitch pattern to go with each section. So let's see if I can, I'm trying to think if there's a way I can show you without giving away the secret. What if I, let's see, I'll do it like this. So this will say, I don't know if you can see, but this is day 1. And then underneath it, so it says stitch reference. I don't know if you can see that, but anyway, underneath it says stitch reference for abbreviations, so that you're not constantly having to switch back and forth. Hey, Bentley. Bentley, come here, buddy. Let's see if we can get you on the camera. Come here. Tell everybody hi. This is Bentley. He needed some attention. All right, go talk to somebody else for a little while, buddy, okay? Yeah. All right. I know, I like you too. He's still climbing on me. Can you see him hopping up? Ooh. All right, he's going to find something else to do. I'm not interesting enough today. The other things that I'm working on, put this out of the way for now. A couple of things that I have started are both Helen Stewart patterns. I have some other stuff going, but this is the stuff that's actively being worked on. This is called the Tidings Shawl. And this pattern was part of Knit Vent, which were patterns released until, I think the last one was released last week, for the lead up to Advent. So pre-Advent, maybe? Anyway, can you see this? I love the texture. It's a DK yarn. I really like the texture. And the stitch is pretty fun to do. I don't know if you can see it very well. But you do a fairly large section of this, and then it goes on to some other stitch patterns and some other yarns. The yarn, I'm gonna have to look at it because I don't remember. Carlton Merino Supreme, I've never heard of it before. It is 100% extra fine merino superwash. It was $8 for a 50 gram skein. And I have this dark kind of greenish brown for the main color. And then for the couple, I need to pull up a picture of the pattern. And then I have this pale kind of oatmeal color, and then this medium, what would you call that? Sort of a, not really khaki, but almost. So I'll hold 3 of them together. Can you see it? There we go. And let's see if I can find a picture of the finished shawl from the pattern. It's not difficult, but you know me, I managed to make a mistake. Don't point it out if you later see the shawl. So here it is, the Tidings Shawl. So you can see you have the main body, which is where I am, and then you add in a stripe of one of the other colors, you go back to the main color, and then a little bit more with the color 3. Let's see if there's another picture of it opened out some. You can see a little better on here, I think. So this has been pretty fun. It's just gotten pushed aside a little bit as I've finished up other things. I did finish a pair of socks over the weekend. And so that was good. That cleared one thing off. So that one I'll work on when I get a chance. The other thing, this pair of socks that I've had on the needles for ages. I'm going to show you my project bag. Can you read it? Where you been? This project isn't going to make itself, or won't make itself. This is from Rainstorm Studios, Christine, who is brilliant. Isn't that cute? I love this little annoyed sheep. So, another Helen Stewart pattern. This is a pair of socks. The Luminary Socks. And they have a gorgeous stitch pattern on the front. So it's this really nice textured star stitch and this little detail on the side. How well you can see it, but it's really pretty. And then the back is just plain, so not terribly difficult, and it gives you a break around when you're going around the back. This is the back. So down to here. I'm to the toe. I've actually started the toe on this one. I've had this on my needles for, I don't know, since last spring, I think. And I just pulled it back out the other day, and it makes me giggle every time now because I have this fabulous bag that reminds me it's been going for a while. That's about it for now. Tomorrow, the plan is to go in the morning. I am going to be taking some quilting instruction, like private lesson. It's a lady that actually lives not far from here, and she teaches quilting, so I'm gonna go hang out with her and do a little bit of quilting with her tomorrow. So I'll be glad to let you know how that goes. In the meantime, enjoy the first day of Vlogmas, and we will chat again soon. Merry Christmas!